breaking news that a judge denies the Department of Justice request to unseal Ghislaine Maxwell grand jury records. Like, you'll notice this is the second time this has happened. This is the second time this has happened, that the Trump administration, they want transparency. President Trump himself has stated, he's put this out on Truth Social, that everyone should see what's in there, but the innocent whose names are just thrown out, that are in these records, the innocent should not be harmed. So there's plenty of names in these records, but there's a vast difference between those that are just named and those that actually were guilty, who went to the island multiple times. People like Bill Clinton, for example, who went 28 times. So they moved before to release these files, and it was a 2014 Obama-appointed judge, federal judge Rosenberg, that put a stop to it. No, we're going to do everything we can to, not have these, released. Because when it comes to Ghislaine Maxwell, she stated that many top Democrats are actually the ones that were involved with all of this stuff. Okay? And she's not innocent. Oh my goodness. I mean, this woman is vile. This woman was an active participant in all of this garbage. However, being an active participant in this garbage, she knows who was there. She knows the details about who was there. And so here we have this second time where the Department of Justice, they are requesting that Maxwell's grand jury records are released to the public, and it's another Obama-appointed judge that puts a stop to it. This judge, it's not Rosenberg from 2014. This is U.S. District Judge Paul A. Engelmayer, federal judge serving in the Southern District of New York, appointed by President Barack Obama in 2011. And just today, so August 11th of 25, Judge Engelmayer denied the Trump administration's Department of Justice request to unseal grand jury transcripts in the case of Ghislaine Maxwell, an associate of Jeffrey Epstein convicted of sex trafficking. She's serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking of at least one individual. That's what we have with that. But here we have, again, it's an Obama-appointed judge, a Democrat here, an activist judge, really is what they are. And they are pushing against the They are pushing against the Trump administration and their push for transparency. It's crazy. So, denied. Trump Department of Justice attempt to unseal Ghislaine Maxwell grand jury transcript denied by Judge Engelmayer. Judge called out DOJ misusing grand jury, noting Trump DOJ argument is false. Trump DOJ could simply release the Epstein files. Once again, when it comes to just this releasing of the Epstein files, you can't do that because, as Trump says, we can't have the innocent be brought to harm as the result of just releasing everything. Because when you release everything, you have guilty mentioned, but you have all of these innocent names too. And you have all of these innocent lives that would be harmed by all of these stupid people out there that just jump to conclusions and say, look, Trump's name is mentioned in the Epstein files, therefore he's guilty, therefore he's a pedophile. And so many dozens of other names are mentioned who have nothing to do with the pedophilia, nothing to do with the sex trafficking, nothing to do with all of the abominations of Epstein. So you can't just release everything, especially when these files were in the hands of Comey and Biden and Obama, and the books have been cooked. You got to be very careful about these types of things. You can't have innocent lives destroyed. Breaking, Obama appointed U.S. District Court Judge Paul Engelmayer rejects the Department of Justice's bid to unseal Ghislaine Maxwell's grand jury records. This is the same judge that Representative Derek Van Orden filed an impeachment on in February of this year. Oh. It's almost as if the top level Democrats, those whose names would be in such files, in these grand jury records of the testimony of Ghislaine Maxwell, it's almost as if they don't want this information out there. It's almost as if the Democrats have something to hide. How about that?